They'll blanket you in Wi-Fi and profit off the radiation. Congregation collecting the people for that Satan. I keeps it blazing, cause I can read between the lines. I ain't blind, we unwind what they're really saying. Genetically modify what you're tasting. Don't need that cottage promise, so now you live up in your mom's basement. Redesign time so your mind is always wasted. Programmed to crave the basics. Keep the beta in stasis. Pay the state, kid. You're in debt for being born. Messengers are mourn, just the price for being warned. Don't be alarmed, disconnect from their machinations. Stop subscribing to the folly of own nations. Bone breaking ain't the answer, cause they seek the ownership of souls. Spread the seeds and watch them grow. Break the chains of control. Break the chains of control.
Sweet eternal balance of all that is good, true, and beautiful, friends. Tonight is our intention meditation on this new moon and on this day, which is starting the new year, or it's the last day of the old year. I think the new year technically starts tomorrow for the Chinese New Year, but we're merging those energies together. We're going to do some intentions with those. And dude, last time we had so many people I had so many people write to me and tell me about the manifestations that happened instantly. Sometimes during the meditation, so one person got like interrupted from the meditation by exactly what they were manifesting. And other people right after the meditation was over, like instantly it ended, and then all this like money fell in their lap. People got jobs. People had like houses drop in their lap. Like, we are powerful beyond measure. So I hope you guys are ready for this intention meditation. It's going to be awesome. So exciting. Trey Clark, thank you so much for the super chat. I super appreciate that. And while we're waiting for a few more people to possibly show up, because I know sometimes it takes a minute to find the live feed and all of that stuff, I will mention some very exciting news that is part of my manifestation from last time coming to fruition, and which I am going to further in today's meditation. But that news is that I have been invited by Rockfin to join their network, and I am so excited and so grateful and so honored to do that. And so Rockfin is a really cool network. There's all kinds of free thinking people there. They are completely against censorship. They use blockchain technology. There's all sorts of cool stuff. The coolest part about it for you guys is that you know, this is part of why I stopped subscribing to a lot of podcasts years ago, because it got to the point where I was like, well, I like 6 podcasts and they're all like $10 a month, and I'm going to pay $60 a month just to listen to a few episodes of, you know, a week or whatever. That's a lot, you know, but on Rockfin, you pay one price. You pay $10 a month, period. That's a flat price, and you get every single person who's on Rockfin. So there's so many really cool podcasts and shows on Rockfin, many of them which we already love, many of them people who have been on this show, I've been on their show, that people that this community loves are there, and more of us are getting there all the time. So it's a super good deal. And there's stuff that's not in this sort of truth community on there too. It's a wide ranging, you know, many platforms that they have, or many genres, I should say. But like Sam Tripoli is there. He's got a couple shows there. Steve of Slow News Day is there. We've got Isaac Weishaupt has been on the show. He's there. There's so many really cool people. And again, like I said, more and more all the time. So it is one of the up and coming awesome platforms that's an alternative to many of the other things. And the cool thing too is they have an app. So you can do it on your computer and download whatever you want and put it on, you know, whatever device you like, or you can just grab the app and listen to everything right there. And that's so convenient too. So you pay one price, you get all that stuff, and then it's like, you know, so it's rad. So I'm going to be a subscriber. I didn't really realize how cool it was until I got invited to be on it. But I'm going to be a subscriber too. And I hope that you all are going to as well, because I'm going to be starting an entirely new show there. And I'm still doing Rogueways. It's not going anywhere. Exactly what you love. It's going to be exactly where you wanted. Nothing will change with Rogueways, except that I might throw some Rogueways content on there too. But the exclusive Rogueways content still going to be in the best community online. Still going to be only for Rogue Warriors. So Rogueways is not changing. Although I may do a shorter or a less of an episode one day a week, because right now I'm doing 3 Rogueways a week, and so I might transform that into it. Anyway, totally new show is happening on Rockfin, and tonight I am telling you that it is called The Middle Path, because that's my jam, and you know it if you've been watching Rogue Ways. The middle path is the way, and that's my thing. And so the middle path is going to be a show that's even more focused on our spiritual development than Rogue Ways is, in the sense that we're going to get actually deeper into the philosophy, the psychology, all of the many syncretic paths that lead towards this one kind of universal truth, which is our self fully enlightened and fully experienced. And so it's going to be pretty freaking rad. I'm already like super excited about it. I have some really cool artwork that's in the works for the logo, and it's just going to be such a cool show. So that's going to be only on Rockfin. The middle path is going to be there, and there only. So I really hope if you're already there that you're going to go find the link below here and go click over and subscribe to the Rogue Ways channel, which is already up and running, but the new show will launch next week. So you can go get, pre-subbed so you're ready to go if you're already on Rockfin, as I know many of you are. And if you are not on Rockfin, go check it out. Like, it is worth your money. And I'm not just saying that because I'm going there. I'm saying that because I've realized what an awesome deal it is for you, the listener, and for us, the content creators. It's just so perfect. I love it. I'm so grateful that I'm invited there. So anyway, I wanted to tell you the big news. Now you know. And now we can get started. And you're going to hear me repeat that on the episode with Emily that's coming up in about 20 minutes, because just in case people weren't coming to meditation. But so, you'll hear it again. But yes, I'm very, very excited about it. And so, I don't know about you, but this is an end of a pretty busy day for me. So I am going to sink into the right frame of mind to get this meditation going. And I'm going to remind you guys, this is the new moon in Capricorn today, and that's based on true sidereal. So if you expected a different sign to come out of my mouth, and that's the sort of Western and traditional astrology, and I really like the true sidereal, so I'm going with it. It makes more sense to me. So right now, the new moon is actually in Capricorn if you look at it visually, like with your eyeballs. So we're going with Capricorn, new moon in Capricorn. So it's all about building, right? And working and digging deep and taking steps and just keeping moving towards our goal. This is that Capricorn energy, right? Practical application of this and the ways that, logical, like forward movement to achieve our goals. So that's the energy we're focusing on today and that we're using to help boost our manifestation. And it's also the new year, the Chinese New Year, as we talked about. And it's the white metal yin ox. You can go back and watch my show on Tuesday about it if you want to get deeper into that, but it's the exact same energy. It's so cool. So we're like doubling down on this energy of knowing that we've got this goal and that we're going to take steps. It's going to take work. We're going to apply ourselves. We're going to be logical about it. And we're going to use this energy to like propel us there. And we're going to get really clear right now on what we want out of that. And so along with that, we do have little tinges of Jupiter energy, that jovial, expansive, like imaginative energy, and Venus right now have some interesting aspects that I can't remember the names of, like they're like squaring it or something, whatever. But they're boosting, right? So we've got that sort of imaginative, jovial Jupiter energy and that loving, really depth-filled Venus energy. And they're like pushing us, propelling us into this too. So we get that inner magical sort of joyful flair to this hardworking commitment we're going to make to manifesting our goals this year. So we're kicking it off today, dudes. And again, if you remember the last meditation, people were like writing me like wildfire about how many things were happening that they manifested. So we are very, very powerful, and we are doing this actually for real. This is really happening. So don't doubt it. And if you're not into this stuff, whatever, that's cool. Do your thing, But for the rest of us, we're going to do this now. So everyone write down your goal, your manifestation, the affirmation, however you want to, phrase that for yourself. Last time I had mine was everything I think, say, and do leads me towards abundance through service. And this time I'm building on that. I'm getting a little bit more specific as well. And so I'll share mine, and you can share yours in the chat if you want to. You don't have to share anything. This is your thing. We're all visualizing something for ourselves individually. And I just like to share, so people have examples because sometimes people like them. So mine is that I will build my offerings to others through Rockfin rogue.locals.com and rogueways.org into an even more streamlined and accessible set of services that provide spiritual upliftment and self-growth for more and more people around the world. That's really specific. It's basically the same one as last time, but this Capricorn energy for me is like getting even more like down to like the detailed steps and parts of the final goal. Do you know what I mean? So same intention, but just like broken down into more clear elements and steps. So that's how I kind of like adjusted mine for this one, to keep it going and keep empowering that same manifestation. Okay, so I'm writing it down. You're gonna write yours down. And writing it is an action we're taking, and while we're taking that action, we're visualizing it, and we're also feeling how good it feels to have that realization, have that thing manifest in our lives, right? So I will build my offerings, and you're writing yours down too. And you're doing this no matter when you're listening to it, because if you're here live right now, that's awesome, but if you're also doing it some like next Wednesday, our souls know no time or space limitations. So you just rock it. Into an even more streamlined. And just like last time, we burned these in our minds and our visualization, and then we also burned them in real life if you took that step. Today we have a similar but different. We're going to take actions with this one as well. And they're going to match what we visualize, and that just adds an extra oomph. Okay, mine was really long, so I think you probably had time to write yours down too. And I'm just gonna already rip it off of the bigger piece that I wrote it on. You can do whatever you like, but I like to hold mine because then I feel like it's getting all the like energy into it, you know? So I'm gonna hold mine, and we're gonna start the visualization now. And so you can close your eyes, you can turn me off and just do your own visualization if you don't like to listen to people, and you can do whatever you like, right? So I'm just gonna describe to you what I'm visualizing so that you have something if you want to follow along. And the first, of course, we just breathe out everything. Breathe deeply into our belly and breathe out. And the other day I really liked when I was on Zero with Sam Tripoli, which is his Rockfin show, that he said, oh, it's butt breaths. You breathe down until your breath is in your butt. I'm like, that is awesome. Belly breaths, butt breaths, whatever you want to call it, do those. And you breathe in, clearing, airy, light. And you breathe out all the stress or the worry. You breathe in clear, bright, beautiful light from the universe, and you breathe out anything that doesn't belong to you. You breathe in gratitude that you're here and able to do this beautiful manifestation. And you breathe out whatever you no longer need. And you're going to keep doing those belly breaths throughout this practice. And you're going to feel as you're breathing that your breath is also traveling all the way down your legs. And it's traveling down into the earth. And you see your roots going actually so deep down. So far, your roots are deep down in the earth. You're very grounded. You're connected to the earth, and the earth is connected to you, and you're actually sharing energy in that way, and it's a beautiful thing. And your breath comes in all the way down in the roots, but you also notice it's going up. It went through your arms, went up to your shoulders and your neck, up through your head, and really similarly to the roots, you actually see that you have these energetic interlocking circles and webbings that are linking you all the way up to heaven, or whatever you call that beautiful space of spirit. And you see that it matches the roots. It goes just as high as the roots go deep. And so heaven is actually connected to you right here, right now, too. And you breathe into your belly. And you notice that every time you breathe, it is lightening and brightening your heart, which is where the two connect. Right there, you breathe all the energy of the universe and all the energy of the earth into your heart, into this plane. And you know you do that in the safest, most protected way because you're here in this circle that we make together and that I made for you. And you have your own protection, and you have your allies here, and you have your ancestors here. You have the infinite potential you're unlocking waiting for you, and you have your connection to these source energies empowering you. And we're going to ask the new moon, so beautiful, to come into the center of our circle here. And it's so grateful to work with us. And we're so grateful to work with the new moon. And we notice that all these souls, we don't even necessarily need to see their faces or know who they are. We just know they're here with us because they're doing the same exact meditation as us. And they're here, and anything good, true, and beautiful in them we can connect with too. And we notice that every single soul in the circle has that good, true, and beautiful heart energy that is so bright right now, connected all the way up and all the way down and all the way in and all the way out. And we see that just brightens our light. And the new moon loves to see that. And we see with all of our energies reaching up to the same point, high, high up, and all of our energies reaching down to the same point, way, way down, and all of us standing around in the circle here, we're actually creating this giant, glowing, brilliant diamond. And it is beautiful. And it loves this shape we've created, and the energy flows so much more strongly through that. And the new moon at the center, you know, it's dark. It doesn't shine a lot, but in that space where it doesn't shine, we see that it's like this deep, deep well. And it's actually full of the deepest waters. And they are like the spaces in between. It's not empty, that darkness. It's actually full of the most potential because it is yet unformed and unlightened, waiting for us to share with it our intentions so that it can come to light and fulfill them. And that deep well of pure potential is sitting there in the middle, and all of us now are going to take our paper that we wrote our intention on, and in our minds and in reality, if you want, you can take your paper and place it in that new moon space of an infinite deep well of infinite potential. And we see each paper that goes in brings with it that beautiful energy we've created, that diamond that goes all the way up and all the way down and all the way around the circle. And each paper joins and fuses together to empower one another. So everybody's intentions are seen and heard. And all of us place that into this place. And we feel how good it feels to know that we are manifesting these things that are so good and so true and so beautiful, along with some of our most powerful spiritual allies who are joining in this manifestation. And all these papers are in there, and they're actually lightening up so much. They're brightening, and this has made it the most brilliant yet this diamond has become, this brightest, purest light. All those papers coming together as one. And the papers, so bright, ignite into all this shimmering light that sprinkles down into that infinite well of infinite potential held by the new moon for us. And the new moon receives all of that energy. And we still have all this brightness but it's a different brightness now because we sent all that energy in to empower our intentions. And now we are in this pure, white, balanced state. We know that all of our manifestations and intentions have been heard and seen and are already empowered with such a powerful energy. Nothing can stop them, in fact, and we are so grateful for that. We're so grateful, and we take a moment to send our gratitude to everybody in the circle who empowered this. And we love and honor and respect every single one of them. And we genuinely hope that their manifestations come true in as much as they are good, true, and beautiful for everyone and themselves. And we are so grateful to the moon, the new moon's potential that it lent us. And we send our gratitude and love to the new moon. And we send our gratitude and love all the way up to where we stretched up to heaven and all the way down to where we went deep, deep into the earth. And we send our gratitude and love to the heavens and the earth as well. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of them. And we feel our energy, it stays there, but we bring our attention back from it. And we bring it all the way back to our heart in the center. And we feel how good it feels to have been so connected and to remain connected for as long as we choose. And we come back into the moment, knowing that we have manifested our goals beautifully. Well done to everybody who participated in this. I felt it pretty stunningly, and I expect to get a bunch more messages of how many people instantly or already got their manifestation, or who, very quickly or soon after see effects of their manifestation. So what I'm going to do to send this paper safely into the wells of water is I'm going to actually still burn it like last time, but I'm going to put the ashes then into some blessed water that I make, and I'm going to let them sit out tonight under the new moon. So if you want to join me in that additional action just to reinforce what we've already accomplished, then you too can do that. And I think that'll be a beautiful, close to this experience that we've had. I'm seeing some people in the chat saying they felt that. I hope you all felt it. I also want to say just hello. I cannot see. It's hiding from me how many people are here, but I expect that there's a good amount. And we've got Gordon, Uke, Psychopomp, Lacey, Glowing Aura, Clint Beasley, Adriana Porto, Awkwardly Awesome, R.L. Gill, Israel Adams, Lindsay Smith, Soundwave Promotions, Steven Sorensen, Howie Dunn, Jeremy Harbin, Ancient Diamonds, Kyle M, Krista, Jenny B. It's nice to see you all, and we are going to start up right away again. I'm going to take a quick break so I can get Emily on, and you're going to hopefully be here with us as we do Emily Atwood. She is a past life and ancestral trauma releaser and healer, and she's amazing, and so we're glad to have her back again on Rogue Ways. And again, Rockfin. If you're not there yet, go do it. At least go look and give yourself the chance to see how much they have to offer and how cheap it is to get all of that at once. And if you're already there, go subscribe to rockfin.com/rogueways and get ready for the new show, The Middle Path. I'm so excited to share this all with you. All right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you. And I love you all. So see you in a few.
I heard the Man, they at it again, and I'm out to tell the truth once more. That's right. It's on the cracking, unknown in the house. APOGZ, that's right. Hitting the stereo near you. Truth is the best thing, and it's on. Yo, I once thought that I wanted to get Denver on track, but there's something more bigger than that. Something lurking, waiting to blow this state right off the map. A hidden agenda related to September. Doves carved up on the wall next to the highway. Up in the concrete, while rolling home next to where I stay. With state's destruction, Lockheed Martin malfunction. While NORAD's in a mountain anticipating our next move. My heart's jumping and I'm like, fuck waiting. While crooked taxes are burning a hole in my pocket. With $1 bill in the pyramid that that's watching. Instead of having a capstone on top of it, they have an eye with a fast surprise while you're flossing it. Greedy niggas jocking it, politics plotting it. So who you vote for really doesn't mean shit. So save your energy from being drained by the enemy. Skull and bones of Freemasonry, envisioning dreams of them chasing me. Skull and bones of Freemasonry, envisioning dreams of them chasing me. Skull and bones of Freemasonry, secret agencies with a plan to dominate all of man. Check the records of DIA, strange murals and paintings similar to the ones next to the highway. With pyramids and flames underneath them looking like they're about to fly away. I can't be tripping, but it sounds like I'm on acid. Most people slipping, taken below DIA held captive in the near future, where they won't hesitate to reinstate new laws for a bigger cause. I'm talking about established civilian concentration camps, introducing the military's labor programs. Expand your mind just a little bit, forget the little shit before you witness the belittlement of your people. Expand your mind just a little bit, forget the little shit before you